Hi, this is Eric with Orbtr, and I'm going to show you how to set up a landing page using the Orbtr marketing automation tools for WordPress. So this is the template setup screen. I just wanted to show you this very briefly. You find this under the landing pages menu, template setup, and all of the template editors in Orbtr look and work very similarly. So once you get the knack of one of them, it's really easy to do the rest. Step by step, these elements expand, and we've got a help screen at every step showing you exactly what you're editing in each step. So if we want to create a landing page from scratch, we'd go to Add Landing Page. We can also go to All Landing Pages to see all the pages in the system. And I can edit this one to show you what it looks like and what all the settings do. On the front end, by the way, this page looks like this. So it's pretty much a typical landing page. We've got a phone number and some links up here. We've got the company logo. We've got our content on the left, and we've got our call to action with a form on the right, and then there's a testimonial down here. Down at the very bottom, we have related blog posts, and I'll show you how to put this whole thing together. So first of all, we have the main content area. This looks and works exactly like any other WordPress page editor. Same options, same WYSIWYG menu. I can add images, I can add links, just like I'm used to. In the upper right hand here, this is where we modify the menu items that we have up here on the upper right. And we put in a title and a link for each item. If we leave them blank, then nothing shows up. Very often on a landing page, you don't want to include a whole lot of extra links. You want to keep people focused on your landing page content. And so you have the option, you don't need to use it. The rest of our options are down here. Under header options, we have override phone number. And so you'll see I've put in a phone number here. There's also a default phone number set in the system. And as you can see, that's the phone number that's up there right now. But there's a default phone number in the system. Sometimes you want to use special phone numbers for your landing pages so that you can track phone calls as being a response directly to the landing page. So if you want to override the default phone number, you would enter one here. If you want to just use the default phone number that you set when you set up your templates, you just put in nothing, and you hit update. And you'll see if I refresh here, the phone number is changed. That's the default phone number. The top sidebar title is the title that appears here at the very top of the right-hand column, where it currently says free consultation. That's a default item. If I want to, which is set in the template, if I want to change that, then I just put that here, and it'll override it. The top sidebar text is this right here, and if I make a change here, it'll carry forward there. We have several different calls to action. Very often, you're going to use that sidebar to get your users to perform a certain action, whether that's filling out a form or clicking a link. You've got a lot of options. So under call to action type, you'll see we have 4 options. One of them is none. One of them is to have a button. And if you select a button, basically we'll just have the option for you to add a text label to the button and then a URL for the link. If you have Gravity Forms or Jetpack Forms installed, you'll also have these 2 options. Under Gravity Forms, I simply select a form from my list. All of my Gravity Forms will appear here on this drop-down menu, and that's what we have right there now, that contact form from Gravity Forms. If I use Jetpack Forms, I can just select Jetpack. I open the form designer, and let's say this is exactly right, but of course I can change this. and you'll see that that form has now appeared there. The optional bottom sidebar text area is this area here where I've put the testimonial. But you can use this for whatever you want. It can be a testimonial, it can be a bullet list, it can be a short paragraph, whatever you like. And then the final settings here, we've got the option to override the default blog heading, which is this. Related articles is what we have set on our template, and that's configurable. But I can make this say whatever I want. If I were to put blog posts or something like that, that'll change that title. If I want to, I can use my default blog category, which I set when I set up the template, or I can choose another category of blog posts that I want to show, and I can also choose the number of posts which show. If I choose 0 and update, you'll see that the whole area disappears. So you're not required to have a section for blog posts. And then the last bit that we have here is our SEO controls. If you're using an SEO plugin like All-in-One SEO or Yoast or something like that, you can use their settings, but we have the options here in case you don't have that installed. And so you can add a custom title, you can add a description, you can add keywords if you like, and you also have the option of making the page no index, no follow. And that's very popular if you're doing this for, say, an AdWords campaign. A lot of times marketers will want to make sure that they're not getting any organic traffic to their landing pages, and so that their analytics are purely paid clicks. So by clicking this, you can hide your page from search engines. And that's it. It's just that easy. You update. You can add as many landing pages as you want. You can edit them over time. And if you're using Jetpack or Gravity Forms in that sidebar, any leads that you get through this landing page can be tracked in Orbtr.